Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another max difficulty run on Oxygen Not Included. Oh man, cycle 358, as you see there, and everything's going okay. It's okay. There are some things that I'm a little worried about, and mainly this right here. As you can see, we've added a little bit more Wheezeworts than we had last time. We've also got this thermo sensor in here. So basically, heat problems, right? I mean, wouldn't be Oxygen Not Included without them. So I don't know how many Wheezeworts it takes to cool down an aqua tutor, but I think I'm going to find out. We've got 12 in here currently, and I'm searching for more. This guy only had 3 in it. I'm about working towards getting it. Let's see, we've got another cold biome over here somewhere, if I can find it. Yeah, I don't see any Wheezeworts yet, but I imagine there's at least one in there, right? Something. Ooh, a natural gas geyser. Didn't see that before. It's pretty nice. I like this little icon they added. There might have been an icon before, but it wasn't this one. So it's just telling me that I lack a scientist. Kind of nice little thing, as well as the save and the load screen. Oh my god, it's so cool. It is, well, I don't know if cool is the correct one, but so much better than it used to be. So kudos to Clay for, Clay, is it Clay? Clay? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but kudos to them for setting that up. Anyway, back to the heat problems. Yeah, I just got them, man. They're just there. I think this is enough to actually generate enough water, though. Let's see, actually. Boom. Yeah, okay, so my water's actually going up now. It was going down slightly every cycle, even with 10 in here. Once I added these last 2, I started generating more water than I was using. So I think this is enough to supply those amount of bristle blossoms. And I just realized this, actually. In between episodes I was playing, and I realized this, that they changed that is not a dupe. Click. There we go. They changed the ravaging hunger requirement to 1,000. So all of my dupes require 1,000 less calories per cycle now. And I planned this greenhouse for 4 dupes at 3,000 calories a pop. And, well, I don't need that much anymore. So as soon as I realized that, I brought in another dupe, obviously, because I have way more food than I need. And since doing that, my oxygen is actually not fully backed up anymore. But it's still producing enough, so I don't really need to worry about it yet. As you can see, I robbed 2 Wheezeworts out of here, and then I plugged up this tile so that we're not leaking cool. We're not leaking temperature from here to here. That way it's all going to the oxygen. Because with 4 Wheezeworts in here, I was actually getting, even with this tile here, I was getting to like negative 13 degree oxygen in here. So I was like, you know what? I don't need this many Wheezeworts. So we just robbed them and stuck them over where we did need them. I think I'm a bit too reliant on Wheezeworts, and I don't like it. But how else do you cool things down? I forgot to start a timer, of course, but my phone's right here. So dink, there we go. There is, oh, bathroom, right? Okay, so actually, that's not what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Cooling. Oh yeah, Wheezeworts. I think I'm a little bit too reliant on Wheezeworts, and so I kind of want to get away with that. But it's like, where can you get cooling from? There's not a lot of sources. And I was looking at the thermal nullifier, and I noticed that it deletes. Well, heat production is negative 80, right? I don't know what this excess production is. But it says negative 80. So one thing I noticed, the hydro fan is negative 80. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I just realized this is negative 80K. So 80,000. While the hydro fan is negative 80. So I was like, when I first looked at this, I didn't notice the difference. And I was like, wait, the hydro fan cools just as much as the thermal nullifier? No way. And yeah, I was just stupid. Just didn't quite read the text there. and thought I had a great idea, but I didn't. So forget everything I just said. Let's see. Okay. So down here, as you can see, some things have changed. We're digging out a little more room here so we can create a proper power plant, and we've also added some things here. So in the last episode, I was kind of being mean to Ellie because she was being lazy, but it's actually not Ellie's fault. There was just too much gas in here, so she'd run this, and then the pressure would be maxed out, so it wouldn't be able to release natural gas, and so she would go try and do something else. So this actually cannot be under, like, I don't know, 2,000, maybe 3,000 grams of pressure or something, or they won't be able to operate it. So that has since been fixed. As you can see, I've got a vacuum in here. I'm pumping to a natural gas generator, and that thing's running on its own battery. So we're going to use all the natural gas first, and then at 60% battery, we'll kick on with the petroleum. As you can see, I've got a full reservoir of petroleum here. So not in short supply of water, what? Where'd that come from? Not in short supply of power. It's just the cooling that is my issue right now. But hopefully that will be sorted out. And eventually we're going to expand this, and we're going to set this up correctly. So the idea is to cool the top row, right? This should ideally be a petroleum generator dripping down on another petroleum generator or something. Because petroleum generators, natural gas generators, they output the water, unless it's changed, they output the polluted water that they drip at the same temperature that they are. So if we cool the top row down, like with Wheezeworts or, you know, whatever, then the water dripping down from it will cool the next one down, which will in turn cool the water that it's producing and cool the next one down, and so forth and so on. At least that's the theory. So that's how we're going to be setting up our greenhouses. We'll have petroleum generators vertically lined up on top of each other, and then this water right here, that the polluted water that it's producing, will be pumping into a oil reservoir to get more oil. As you can see, we've got the slicksters. We finally dug them out. I don't know what it is about slicksters, but they could have just went this way, but they seem to want to go up and to the right. So I had to like build a ladder over here and then dig a little canal for them to come out there. So kind of weird, but we got them out. So we're producing some petroleum in here. And since I've got another liquid that I hadn't planned for, I had to add this little filter, so it'll pump any petroleum that gets in the pump up towards the generators. We've also added I don't know if this was in the last episode, but I added just a liquid filter in here to make sure that I'm only pumping crude oil up to my oil refinery. There you go. We've also moved this pump further down as the level was getting a bit close. So that's all that's going on. Oh, well, I did add a carbon skimmer as well because the pressure was just way too much here. But we've stopped using the coal generator because we fixed all the other issues, and now we're not really producing tons of carbon dioxide, just a little bit. And any amount that makes its way up to here will get skimmed off. I suppose I should add a not a thermo sensor. We should add an Atmos sensor here. That way this thing doesn't run like when there's only 10 grams or whatever. But oh yeah, we've uncovered this volcano over here, and it's a gold volcano, so we now have heat. And I have big plans for this puppy right here. So it outputs at 2,600 degrees, 13 kilograms a second, which isn't really much when it comes to liquid metal. So it'll take quite a while, but we're starting to build up a heat transfer system. And let me just briefly go over my idea for this. We're going to put an oil sill right here, and then we're going to vacuum out this room. And then up here, we'll have an auto miner, which is... Have I researched that? Where's the auto miner? Have I researched it? I've already researched it. Automation, no. Shipping? There it is, the Robo Miner. So the Robo Miner will be putting. Oh, can I rotate it? I can. Oh, nice. Okay, so we'll be putting a Robo Miner in here. So when this liquid gets, well, okay, let's start at the beginning. We're gonna put a thermosensor down here where the liquid metal will be. And then, so whenever it cools down to a certain point, at that point it'll be solidified and the heat transfer won't really be enough anymore. And at that point, we'll click on the Robo Miner to zap all that out. We'll also have an auto sweeper like right here. So it can, oh, that's kind of close to the metal. I don't know, that might be touching the metal. We'll have to figure that out. But hopefully we'll be able to fit that in there somewhere. But yeah, we'll have the auto sweep in there, so it'll grab the mined out metal, which will still be like around 700 degrees, I'm thinking, is where I'm gonna start mining it out. And then I'll probably, well, first what I'm gonna use this heat for is to heat oil up and turn it into petroleum, so I can automate that process. Whoa, did you see that? It's like blue carbon dioxide. That was kind of cool. But yeah, so we don't have to run the oil refinery anymore because we'll have it automated with this heat. So we'll have plenty of petroleum there. And then we're going to use that petroleum to, we're going to cool the petroleum down with a steam turbine. So we'll get a little power out of it and cool it down as well. Now, I haven't come up with any designs as far as that goes, like how it's going to be set up, but I will be working on that soon. And then from there, the petroleum will go on to petroleum generators, which will generate polluted water, which will be pumped into this reservoir, creating more oil and resetting the cycle. So, big plans for this guy here. Plus, we'll have gold. I mean, who doesn't like gold, right? We can make all our bedrooms and everything out of gold, so it's all fancy. I did reroute this hydrogen line as well. So we brought it down through here where the vent was. So there was like a bunch of built up right here. So I was able to move that, but I also wanted to turn this into a bathroom. So I had to move the reservoir, and there it is. So the bathroom. What I plan to do with this is I don't think I'm going to add any more Wheezeworts in over here as long as I'm producing enough water, which it looks like I am. It keeps going up. So the bathrooms we are going to set up right here, and then under it we're going to set up the toilet water coolant system to add additional water to this, and also cool down the aqua tuner, because that's the great thing about that toilet water system is it only takes the initial cooling. Like, you just have to cool the 1 or 2 packets to feed the toilets, and then it cools itself from then on. Well, the toilets cool it basically, but you know what I'm saying. I don't have to have this huge Wheezewort thermonullifier system to cool one aqua tuner. It cools itself. It doesn't produce a lot, you know. It's based on how much they pee, but maybe I'll bring in some people with small bladders, and we'll pee more often. Huh? There's an idea. But yeah, we're going to get that system set up like right here, and then we'll just pump that water directly into our reservoirs, of course, because you can feed germ-infested water to plants and they don't care. As you can see, everything's nice and clean. Or is it? This isn't from the water, though. It's just from dupes, I think. So I have no idea, but all of my water has food poisoning, so all of the plants would have it if it was the water. We do have a lot of food, like holy cow. I don't know. Eventually we'll hit a point where they'll stop cooking once this guy fills up to 96 kilograms. I put it to 96 because I didn't want it to be like completely full and then to make one and have it just sit on the ground. So we put it a little bit lower. But yeah, we have a nice, I'm extremely happy. We have a nice food supply. We've got plenty of power right now. Although I haven't connected that system up to this just yet. I want to get kind of a battery bank going before I do any of that. which means going into metal refining next. So as long as this system and this, well, the power is fine, but as long as this system remains stable, then we're probably going to be setting up some metal refineries and potentially making some steel, because I'm pretty sure we can make steel pumps now. I don't have any steel, so it's not going to be an option for me, but I think we can make steel pumps. So I'll be able to go into that. And also my research is nearly at the point where I'm going to need the, what are they? Space scanners and whatever, telescopes and things. So I have stopped research right now, although I really want to get jetpacks, I'm not gonna lie. But I have stopped research because when I started researching it, my water level was right underneath this pitcher pump, and I just started researching nonstop, and it just slurped it down that much. So crazy the amount of water research takes, but such is the price of technology, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much everything going on. So refineries coming up next. We got a little natural gas geyser, which I think I'm going to be popping into that relatively soon, honestly. We need to come... Ooh, another thermo nullifier. Lucky me. What is this? Is this another one? Dude, if I have two over here, that's actually really big. It's actually really big. Let's see. Do I want to do that? Just dig over this way, and then let's build a ladder this way, and just there we go. Explore the ice biome. This is the edge of the map. I can't go over anymore. So this is the end of the ice biome. Although it looks like it has some kind of weird little basin at the bottom with another thermal nullifier potentially. Usually these ladders always lead to a thermal nullifier, but I could be wrong. Sometimes, I think sometimes they're there without them. Ooh. Take a drink real quick. Oh, throat getting quite dry. So as far as our resources go, we did manage to mine up a lot more iron now. I think at one point we were down to like 2,000 or 2,000 kilograms or something like that. Or, yeah, 2,000 kilograms. And that was after we built this large wire. But we're back up to 27 tons, and we've got some iron kicking around in some other places that we can just pop into whenever we need. Although I'm probably going to start prioritizing gold, because a lot of the things I'm going to go into are going to be needing gold and wolframite. So I'm actually a little worried about the wolframite situation, because I don't have a lot. From what I've seen anyway. There could be like a sneaky little cold biome over here somewhere. Sneaky little cold biome. I don't know why that made me giggle, but it was kind of funny. Yeah, I think I've got all the wolframite over here. A couple right there that we can't get to. Should probably make sure that I have access to these things if I want to dig them up. Got some more over here. We'll get to it later. We're gonna be needing the wolframite for the gold volcano down there and all the heat transfer and stuff. I have also started to kind of block the heat in up here, because it's getting out of control, man. And this thing went dormant. Like, it goes dormant for a very short period of time. As you can see, it's dormant right now. It goes dormant for a very short period of time. It's ridiculous. So this thing is actually dumping so much heat into this environment. So I'm starting to seal it up. I am going to leave a little bit. I'll probably leave the bottom half here granite, just so it does continue to cool it down, just not at the rate that it was. I don't want to be dumping that much heat out, because I might not be able to manage it. It might start destroying my Pakus. I don't want that to happen. I want all the Pakus, because there's actually I have a plan for Pakus, and this is something I did a long time ago. But I was trying to make an auto farming Paku setup where I used just wild Pakus, so I didn't have to feed them algae or anything. and it just auto harvested the meat whenever they died. And I kind of want to tinker around with that again and get it set up, but I don't know. We'll see. So let's start getting this bathroom set up. So the toilets need to be on a separate loop from the sinks. So, maybe I don't want to set this up here. I mean, I want to set it up here, but I think I might need to move it over, which sucks because I want the showers above it, and I mean, I suppose I could put the showers below it, but that's kind of where my kitchen should be, right? Maybe I shouldn't put the bathroom here at all. You know what? I'm probably not going to touch this. I'm going to think this over because oh yeah, I've got my Atmos suits here, so I can't put showers there. Okay, we're definitely not doing this. I'm just going to go ahead and deconstruct all this because this needs to be something else. Probably kitchen, and then I don't know, food storage under here, and we'll just have access to the farm through the kitchen. We'll figure that out. But so toilets and stuff, I kind of wanted this to be close so we could just set the toilet water cooling system over here and just have it right next to it. But you know what, I think I'll just put it right above this. So we'll go sandstone right here, obviously, and this will be my exit out of the base. We'll eventually have a liquid seal right here with like a chlorine room, and then transit tube out, and then up here will be barracks. And you know what, I might make bedrooms instead of a barracks. I'm thinking just for that morale boost. Let's see, how much is it? A bedroom is +2 morale. So it's an additional morale if I make a bedroom. And I think that's worth it, honestly. So I think I'm probably just going to make bedrooms for them, and I'll have to figure out that system. Which means maybe I just go with like an apartment-based thing where they have their own toilet, their own shower, their own sink. That seems like a good setup. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to doing going in the future. Now that my bristle blossoms are secure, or my cold water production is secure, we're going to be looking to go into some metal refining. So we stop wasting so much metal with this guy. Actually, let's put it eggshell to lime. Let's just do that. Get all our eggshells and turn them into lime. So we're going to be looking to go into metal refining, and then we're going to be looking to set up our apartments and our, well, I guess just apartments, because they're going to have everything they need in them. So yeah, just apartments. And that's probably going to be right up here. Looks like a nice part. Well, it's going to take a lot more room than just this. So it'll probably be here plus here, depending on how big I make them, on how luxurious I make these apartments. I don't know. Do my dupes deserve luxurious apartments? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Nothing else going on. No other plans yet. I think I've covered everything that I have in mind going forward here. Get rid of this. Oh, we have a wart seed, so maybe, let's see, do we need this here? Oh, I don't think I mentioned this, but I added this temperature sensor and an additional AND gate here, and I just connected the output from the other AND gate to one side of this, and then temp sensor to this, so I can shut this valve off and basically stop oil from coming in here if the temperature in this room gets too high. And currently I've set it 60, so that way I can control like how much heat I'm dumping into this area. If it's getting too hot, I can just shut it off. We could probably raise this even a little bit. I don't think it'll matter, but I think 60, it's working. I'm not going to touch it. As long as it's working, I'm going to leave it and let it do its thing. And hopefully it'll continue to produce a nice, cool water for my plants. But that cyber means we are out of time for this episode. Where did all this stuff come from? Oh, it was the old tiles. Okay. But yeah, we're out of time. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything at all, hit that like button to let me know that you did. Let me know I'm doing a good job or a bad job, really. You can hit the dislike if you didn't like the video. That's fine too. And if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying what you're seeing, consider hitting that subscribe button because it really helps. It makes me want to make more videos and make better content. I'm trying to get better and better at this video making thing. I don't know how I'm doing, to be honest. I think I'm doing all right, but you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm not. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.